I'm Malacio, and I'm just letting potentially some people come in. I am here in Bangkok. I'm going to see if I can find my tablet instead. Hello, everybody. Um, Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you're at. Once again, I am Malaysia. I am in Thailand, aka Bangkok, if you will. All right. So, I am pretty much going to just talk about my last 2 weeks and overall how has that been with the Great Lock-In, and also all of the things that's been thinking, because girl, my my sleep schedule, my sleep pattern is completely off. It is completely thrown, and I am accepting it. I am pretty much sleeping in like maybe 5 hour, maybe 4 hour increments, and I'm typically up for around 8 hours, if not longer. So I'm just doing cat naps. I'm not even fully sleeping. So, but my body is choosing to do this. It's not like it's me. But I'm like taking it as a blessing, and I'm gonna keep on moving and keep on shaking. So what I ended up doing, so I'm gonna start with just like the physical fitness part of my Great Lock-In goal. So obviously it was like, losing weight, but also, toning up and getting my body to where I want it to be, especially like in my midsection. And I have started taking, drinking protein, but then also um, plant-based protein at least once a day to try to get more used to it. So that's something that I've been doing, and it seems to be helping. And then also the intermittent fasting, where I typically eat from uh, I would say 10 o'clock to um 10 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock at night. So, or at least before 7 o'clock at night. So now that I just had this, without thinking about it, I need to make sure that I calculate when is the last time, or that I should be eating or consuming anything. So there's things like that that you need to also consider, because I really wasn't thinking I was going to wake up this early today. So you could probably hear it in my voice too that I'm like, my body isn't physically awake yet, but obviously my mind and everything else, I'm up and running. So that has been working for me pretty well. So I'm gonna obviously keep on doing that. Doing like a 30-minute to 45-minute HIIT workout, whether it's like even on like my lazy days, I do my abs. So I'm pretty much working out Monday through Friday, and then I'm relaxing and chilling out over the weekend. And I typically be walking around anyway over the weekend because I'm out and about. Okay, so that's working out pretty well for me. I got my tools for my hair, for me to lock my hair, and I think I have a good or a pretty good method for my madness. So, in all, I think what I need to do is this whole front part where it's like pretty much all the more thinner locks, essentially to keep those intact, but pretty much I would say like about around here on both sides, and the very back part here. And I will like palm roll and twist the center part, and then I'll go back to do that after my 2 or 3 month mark, depending on how much it grows out. So that's another thing that I'm working on. I will be doing that sometime next week. So trying to keep my hair, intact, and trying to work with it where I don't feel overwhelmed. So at least, because like when I do my hair, and I always start from the bottom and make it my way all the way up to the front, and like also to the top, it's like where I finish at. It's like this last bit is like always, I am mentally exhausted. I am drained. It is not working for me. It's like I don't want to do it. So I'm just trying to, make my way around that 2 day straight type of situation. Because after the 2 days, I'm not feeling it. So if I can do a piece here and do a piece there, and my hair is intact and I'm still okay, then I'm fine. Okay, because it's like for me, doing my hair is the parts. Keeping the parts is the hard part of doing my hair. It's like always like separating and all of the things. So that's another method to my madness. I'm pretty excited to like do it again. So, cause like my hair is starting to finally drop. You can't really tell, but it's starting to drop a little bit, where it's starting to just grow down instead of, locking in that first, year or so or longer. Your hair grows out and gets thicker, and then when it's fully locked and everything, then it starts to drop. But now it's starting to drop, which is amazing. So I put in here that like less is more, right? So when I started my interior design channel, I wanted to do the walkthroughs. I wanted to do the digital walkthroughs and like be expressive and creative, and eventually I still will, but it's all the money that I spent to get the programs, to teach myself, to like put up on YouTube. And I've been doing this, well, it hasn't been a year yet, but when I posted and other videos just take flight. And I am a firm believer that yes, you got full right to choose what you want, tell the universe what you want, but the universe knows what you need. It also, what you want, and it's not going to lead you astray. So I think there's also a surrendering that you should be doing that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. So I believe I need to let that part go, far as like my interior design business, and being like, this is what I, even though it really is something that I do want to do, but when I'm doing my reflection and stuff over this past week, it's like, do I? And it's like, I like the process of actually doing it, but it also stresses me out because it is so much for me to do at the end of the day. So I don't try to like overdo it. Okay. And it's also taking up slots where I could be putting in other design styles and stuff like that. And I'm like, maybe just the world needs me to design and explain the the whole diaspora. And I'm sorry, but explaining the whole entire diaspora and interior design styles through the diaspora, instead of just creating the way that I want to create. And who's not to say that like later on, even a year from now or whatever, that I can have like a whole channel dedicated to it. So, and then I'm working on this channel where I'm like, still is like a work in progress. Like this is like literally my second week, like hitting the ground running, and I haven't even been doing lives like that like I said I wanted to. So that's another thing. Like I'm not doing lives like I said I want to. So, which is going to change, I promise, because I'm still trying to learn these programs. But right now I'm in the process of editing. I'm editing these videos and getting these videos together. So when I put them out and I put out all the new content and stuff like that, hopefully it will continue to get the ball rolling, and I start getting an influx of people coming in, especially during like the winter season and the fall season, when people start to, sit inside the house and stuff a little bit more. So I have a method overall to my madness, but it's also taking care of myself mentally, and a big part of it is also just letting go, like letting the universe take over. Like I did my manifesting. I vision board to death. Like it's to a certain point where you have to like let it happen. And yes, I am completely in that process of getting ready to let go. But I even got the number synchronicity when I was thinking about it, and I was like, do I really need to pay? Like I haven't even used it. I haven't used SketchUp. I haven't used Twinmotion, which are like the two main programs you use. Well, I use to build the home, and then all the furniture, all of that stuff. And who's not to say that I can possibly put other stuff, use my interior design channel now and, do another one, or have a different segment, or I don't know, have a membership where people, pay to see, the walkthroughs and stuff. Like who knows, okay? So I'm just giving space for that, and space for my channel to build overall, so I can be able to handle it and be able to give you guys content here and talk here and express myself here. Because I mean, like I said before, I feel like this is a pretty unique lifestyle, like a slow traveling, woman, and then starting over in your well, not necessarily. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are starting over, but starting over in your mid 30s, and you get up and pack your shit up and leave, and you're traveling, around the world into further notice. So there's that. And I have like some really good ideas overall, but even with editing, my editing is getting pretty good. So, well, I won't say pretty good. It's better than what the process. The process is better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought that it was going to take me like a full day to edit videos versus my first day officially sitting down editing videos, which was yesterday. I pretty much edited 5 videos going on 6. So it's not as hard as I thought. It might go a little bit faster today because I know that I'm running into videos where I had a system. So my system is pretty much all the content. Like, I go by days. So I do vlogs and travel vlogs essentially. So I'll dump all the content that I have into my iMovie program. And pretty much I'll press play and I'll start recording me talking and giving my 2 cents about the day and what happened. And when I'm done doing that, I download the video of me talking, and pretty much I either overlay or put in between, like when I'm talking, onto the videos and stuff like that. So there's like different sections and stuff like that I've started to be like, this is my intro. Okay, I stopped recording. This is when I'm talking about what I did significantly that day. I cut that video. Start another little video where usually either it's another second thing or whatever, or it's like food or something like that. That's like a little bit, I feel like, you should probably talk about it because probably people don't know like what it is per se. Just like almost like a little bit of an introduction. And then there's the outro. So I started doing that a little bit, like, definitely like on the second day. So I still have to sort of gauge everything because I was just doing one long video, and I would put my tablet up like that so I could see that there was like almost like when people like cut. So that's what I was doing. So now I had to watch through meticulously watch through the video to cut that out. So I mean, there's that. But you live and you learn. I have my own entire process, and I am way more confident about vlogging and making videos. So even throwing music onto it and stuff like that, the only thing that I feel like I need to really work on is, which this is the purposes of my lives, is being able to look at the camera, speak, and all the ums and this and a and an ah and like all that stuff. Like, I'm still giving myself grace. But at the end of the day, like, I still don't like it. But giving myself grace because I am still nervous. I will admit that even now, I'm still nervous. It's been, 2 weeks overall of me practicing speaking to a camera. But there's still other things, that I still have to work on other than that. And it's like practice makes perfect, right? So you guys got to remember that for yourselves, for other people, because like, they're always, it's one thing for you to be hard on yourself, and you definitely don't need to do that. You need to be understanding and keep on pressing yourself to get better, because there's always going to be somebody to be like, I don't like this, or I don't like that, or this is video is blah 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 blah, like, and you don't want to internalize that. So it's good to get your confidence up. And I do feel like, when you work on it and things come to you, divine timing also, things come to you when you can handle it, when you can do what you need to do, you know, divine timing will definitely be your friend. It might not come when you want it, but it'll always be on time. Okay. All right. Those that know. But okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention in pretty much my 2 weeks of my great lock-in is shoot. I just had it at the top of my head, y'all, about what I was gonna say. Dang it. Okay, yeah, so lives. So doing my research, and it's like OBS, right? And it's like a free program to do like all the things or whatever with your live. I gotta work on that, work on my branding and stuff overall, because I do want it to be a little bit more visual and stuff like that. Like I think I like this more. I'm not gonna lie. So it's also so putting your branding on it, doing a countdown, doing it, overall intro, outro type of situation. So it looks a little bit more, I guess, professional, more polished. So hopefully like people would like it. So I'm still, finagling with it, because I'm thinking to myself, if I keep on doing this lives, right, and, tinkering with the times and stuff, I was like, maybe I should just chop it up to maybe doing like a pre-record versus doing a live. Like I'm still letting the verdict be out far as what I'm concerned before, because the lives was not living for me. I was leaning more towards like maybe I shouldn't do lives. I'm just saying, because it wasn't giving me what I needed. So I'm also trying to see what it looks like after they're uploaded and what they're going to look like and what it's going to give me versus me uploading content. But it also depends on what type of content, So that's something that I also have to look into and sort of deal with, like, because I'm not trying to waste my time. But, what you don't know is what you don't know. And then you don't know what's going to work for you. So, there's that. And I'm still trying to remember originally what else I was going to say about my overall ventures. So I already talked about physical, my protein, me starting to take protein, me working out, my overall like workout regimen. Very simplified, but talked about my hair. I talked about my business. I talked about this YouTube channel. Yeah, I think it's, even though I can't specifically remember what I was going to say, I did cover the overall basics of like my last 2 weeks of doing the Great Lock-In, because, girl, I'm feeling good. I am, even though that my sleep schedule is off and stuff like that, letting it go and not being upset or not being agitated about it. And I'm just going to keep on working on it and, staying focused. Staying focused is like the big thing. So I thought, I really thought it was going to be more people, but hey, it is what it is, right? Baby steps. But maybe I could actually do, pre-recorded videos. Maybe that just might be my thing, and I don't have to get up early, even though this completely happened by accident. Isn't it funny how that happens, y'all? Like, things happen completely by accident, and you really didn't mean for it to work out the way that it ends up working out. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. So I recapped with you guys, and I had my 2 cents. If you do want me to make a live about something, you want me to answer a question, even if you're rewatching this, just please ask, put it in the comments below. And I'll get to it, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.